Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to my first day of this AI automation building for an old man like me in 2026. So let's see, where should I start? How old or outdated am I? Let's kind of give you a quick recap. So I don't know how many of you out there heard of A plus certification, MCP certification, MCSC certification. So if you don't know what that is, I'm pretty dang old if I look back because what A plus certification is how to build computers, install computers, operating system, and repair, doing computer repair. That's what an A plus certification is. And MCSC, MCP, that's Microsoft Certified Professional, Microsoft Certified System Engineer. It's networking purposes, like installing Microsoft servers and making the computers connected, all doing all that, um, and building websites. So using WordPress, Magento for e-commerce. So I know how to do all that, but it seems like I'm very outdated now, and I need to kind of get updated in 2026 because there's this A AI agent boom going on right now, and I don't want to be left behind again. So can I actually build out an AI agent without knowing Python, without knowing JavaScript, without knowing C sharp, C plus plus, Python coding and all this mumbo jumbo coding? I have no experience in that. So um, I'm going on this journey and I want to share with you all to see if I fail or if I succeed. So it will help me out a lot. If you could do me a favor and hit the subscribe button there down below, right there or there. Yeah, there. So when you hit the subscribe button, that'll give me some encouragement to kind of uh, build the next video. Uh, and then if you hit, if you like the video and if you hit that thumbs up button, yeah, just that thumbs up button there, that'll kind of give me more encouragement to pull out, put out more videos as well. So you get to see my mistakes, to see my failures, and see my success of building out this AI agent in 2026. So let's get to it and let's see how this goes, everybody, because I'm pretty excited because I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I've done my research about I heard about the automation stuff about a year ago, but I recently got into it for about past 3 months, 4 months ago, several months. I've been just kind of you know diving in deep with this AI stuff. And I'm just blown away because there's just way too much information for me to understand. Before it was a lot more simpler. There's a lot less softwares to choose from, but now there's just way too many. So I narrowed it down to what I think is most useful for my needs and for my business needs. And I'm gonna, share that with you as I'm building out my AI agent bot, AI, assistant. So, uh, yeah, let's see what's gonna happen because I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked. how I can automate my work so I don't have to work too much. I can just work on the things that I like because I'm old and I'm nerdy and I like tech stuff. I like reviewing stuff, and I want to share that with you, folks out there, who's interested, like I am, with technology and with all these things. I get fascinated by, new tech toys, and I just like it. So today, I'm gonna narrow down like what I'm gonna start with, because I had a hard time figuring out how to start this AI automation and what to use, um, and that took a while to kind of figure out which ones that I need and for what my purpose is for. And everybody has their different opinions, but this is my journey and what I'm going to do. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. So let's get to it, everyone. All right. So I'm gonna show you now. I've been looking into several VPS servers, because I'm kind of like a old security freak guy. It's like, I don't want an AI automating all my things in computer and then just looking into my you know computer for like login stuff and things like that, and which I think I should get rid of all, like passwords and just all my personal information, because you don't want AI to kind of like ransack and just take over your computer and just threaten to close your bank accounts or things like that. And just I don't want any of that stuff happening. So you can still install some of the I guess, tools, safely, but I prefer to do it on a VPS server. So that's why I chose Hostinger, because it was pretty easy to navigate and the viewing is very simple for old man like me. That's why I like Hostinger. There are a couple other sites I'll probably recommend later, other hosting servers, other VPS servers. I'll probably put that in another video. I'll do a review on it on another video. But today, if you want to start something simple, if you like simple stuff and just easy to get started, I think Hostinger is pretty easy to get started with. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna do today. Get Hostinger for you guys, and I'm gonna give you a special code. Um, it's OD20, OLDY20, and that will give you 20% discount. That's a 20% discount. Yeah, and it doesn't cost you extra. So that helps out this channel, for my next video or the next video. So it does help support this channel. So if you decide to get a website hosting or a VPS hosting or any type of web services or hosting services, yeah, you could use my code OD20, or I'll have the link down below. So, and I appreciate it if you did. you know Thank you. All right. So let's see. Now, I've done websites before, and before, it's drag and drop and still putting in information and all that. And, it's complicated. That was a learning curve too, just trying to get started, get a website and say, hey, they make it easier and they make it easier. Now it's a lot more easier doing this AI automation thing. I don't know. It's overwhelming. It is, but that's why it took me kind of like a couple months to just see what I need, because there's what? There's ChatGPT, there's Gemini, there's Manus, there's um, Open Claude, there's all different types of Claude M, Claude Code, Cowork Claude, Claude Code, and all these tools. You know, and I'm like, what? Which one is what? What does what? Which? Ew. It's just way too overwhelming. But I've narrowed it down to my preference of use. So, um, and I want to start with Hostinger and then look at the services here. And I'm not going to need the vibe code thing, any other thing. Just get the VPS hosting. Yeah. So for those of you, let me just go back. Vibe code, that's pretty cool because it says no technical skills needed. So describe what you want and Horizon builds it. So you don't have to know how to kind of build a website. You just tell it what you want and it'll build for you. Now, before I had to you have to manually input all this thing and then you want to design it and then how to design lay out the website and drag and drop here and there. Oh, I mean there's still drag and drop website builders too, but wow, now you could just tell it what you want the website, how you want the website to be, and it'll build it for you. That's pretty freaking cool. It's like, oh, I don't what? It's like I just have an idea and then I just give you the idea and it builds it out for you. What the, it's just mind blowing right now for me because I haven't really got into this for a long time. The last time I've looked into this type of information was, you know, what, almost 3, 4 years ago. So within that time, it just dramatically changed how this technology just evolved. For me, from A plus repairing computers, installing operating systems to now actually having automation, from manual labor of building out computers to actually building out applications, and I could create my own like apps and things like that, and then with the with a voice. Basically, that's pretty much like done. I'm like, what? That's it's insane. So I'm just I'm just blown away by this AI thing right now, and I don't want to be left behind. So I want to know how to use it because I think it's gonna be here for a while. It's not gonna disappear. Like the internet hasn't disappeared. So, AI agent automation, automating workflows for your businesses, it's not going away. I don't think so. So that's what I'm gonna do is select VPS and it gives me several options here. I'm not, if it was a personal AI agent, yeah, KVM one might work, but I'm actually building out for clients and things like that for business, for my business. So I'll start with the most popular KVM2, 8.99 per month, but I think that's the plan is different for everyone. So let's see. Yeah, 8.99, that's for 24 months, so I'll probably go, yeah, like 12 month. And then there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So if I don't like it, just cancel it within 30 days and you get your money back. No harm, no foul. So, and then you get to select whatever you want here and things like that. I'm not going to put my um, information. So let's see. right. This is the back end of the hosting hostinger. So this is where you kind of select the products that you want. On the left side, you'll see, if you want to build out a website, you build a website. So yeah, for an old guy like me, I think it's easy to kind of navigate through this. It's pretty clear. If you want certain things, you get to select the products. If you want a website domain, and now it doesn't, it's so much easier to build out a website. So yeah, I'm pretty like shocked how easy it is now for you to build out a website. So website, it says, yeah, go from idea to website or web app in minutes. Just chat with an AI and go live in one click. So this is the Horizons vibe coding. So that's, it's been out for like several years. I never heard about vibe coding before, that you could actually just tell it to do, tell what it to do, and then it'll just build out the website so fast. That's crazy. And then emails, so you get to get your own emails. So it's very simple in e-commerce. If you want to sell stuff, it's on here. And the VPS server, OpenClaw. Yeah. So OpenClaw, I've heard about OpenClaw, and OpenClaw, it's basically it's already built in what it does for you. That's nuts. Yeah. But like I said, there's some security issues with that. Like if it has your credit card information or your personal, information, your it can have access to your bank accounts and things like that, and you just ransacking, running all these charges. No, I don't want. I don't want to go that far yet. I would get rid of all my personal information on my computer first before I do that. Or that's why they recommend getting a Mac Mini separately and doing it on a separate computer, not on your own computer, or have it on a VPS server like Hostinger, or any type of offline, not offline, I mean offsite. You just want a little bit more security. I'm pretty, you know, con- conscious about the internet security and things like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's a great feature to have. It's just amazing. So, yeah, you could actually have an AI agent click of a button, and that's easy. That's the fastest way that I could build a AI agent. But I want to actually use N8N workflow for businesses, because uh, I have to rely on a consistent, uh, it has to be a consistent workflow basis so that it doesn't break, when it's doing certain things. With OpenClaw, there's the token usages and things like that using credits. So, it can automate a lot of the things, but I think, it might use up too much of those tokens and credits, and that might not be cost efficient. I'm not really familiar with those token things and credits and things like that. I know you pay a monthly fee, like $17 for like a middle plan, and then the expensive plan can go up to like $100, $200 for these AI engine. So I wanted to keep it at minimal for now, and then use a solid workflow. So I think in my case, I want to do a N8N, and then use a Cloud Code, and then there's other engines, other AI engines that I've looked into, but for now, I'll probably go with Cloud Code and N8N, and then try to build out a workflow to market local businesses, and then help their businesses get leads and to help build out their website and kind of automate the chats or voice agents to answer their calls. That's what I want my AI to do. So yeah, that's the idea of what my AI agent, it's, and I'm pretty, overwhelmed already just trying to explain this. But that's why I want to kind of document this journey with you folks out there watching this. I hope it helps someone. That's why it'll kind of encourage me more, and it'll give me a little bit more motivation to create the next video. So please do subscribe. Please do subscribe down there, and then yeah, just give me some thumbs up button there. So that'll give me some extra boost to keep on going with this project. I hope you like this video so far. If not, it's okay. There's a lot of other videos out there too that that needs liking. Yeah, but I'm real. I'm trying to edit less as possible, and then just trying to be real as possible on this videos. So you might not see like all the nice shots. Hey, this is what it is. Hey, I'm old. I'm old, and I don't. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for today, though. I blabbered on a lot. Yeah, I'm surprised if you stay to this end of this video. Thanks for your patience. I really appreciate that because watching what 22 minutes already of your time. Wow, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Um, so yeah, that's it for today. I've gone through about the web hosting. If you haven't decided, I think Hostinger is probably the easiest one to get started and easy to use, easy to navigate. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video, folks. So see you next time.